I wanted to show you guys what I use a polarizer for and why it's important when you're shooting cars. So I have two shots here. These were taken in pretty much direct sunlight. So it was about noon. You can see from the shadows here that the sun is coming almost directly overhead. And it's not the optimal time to shoot. There was a little bit of cloud cover, so it did diffuse some of the sun, but still not an optimal time. Sometimes you can't pick when you shoot, so here's an example of some tools that will help you if you get stuck shooting in kind of harsh direct sunlight. So I took a series of shots, merged them together to get an HDR photo. So you can see here, these have already been merged. And then this was one polarizer set. So I set the polarizer so it cut reflections on the top of the car. You can see here, even though there's clouds overhead, it's cut through that and made the windshield much darker. When I click to the other shot, you'll see that how it's different. But here on the side, it didn't do anything for the side. So that's why it's important to take two different shots and rotate the polarizer, because as you rotate it, it will cut reflections on different surfaces. So if we toggle back and forth between these two, you can see here, it cut out those reflections on the side of the car, but now on the top of the car, you can see the clouds much more clearly in the windshield. You'll also notice some of the areas here on the side and then up here on the front, those become much brighter as well. Also, look what it does to the wheels. So this is why it's really important to take those two different series of photos, rotate the polarizer, and then what we'll do now is we're going to open these in Photoshop, and I'll show you how to layer the two on top of each other to get the best of both worlds. So once you have the pictures how you pretty much like them, go ahead and shift click on both of those. Then you right click, and then you want to edit in, open as layers in Photoshop. Click that. And now what Photoshop will do once it opens is it will load these two into the same document, and it will put them on top of each other. And now these were shot on a tripod, but just to make sure, we're going to shift click both of those layers, and then we're going to come up here to edit, auto align layers, and then we'll just click auto and then click OK. And what Photoshop will do is it'll analyze the photos and it will align those perfectly. So then if we click on and off, you can see everything is perfectly in line. And now we need to decide what we want to keep and what we don't want to keep. So here is the side photo that we want to keep. So we want to keep this paint on the side of this photo. I think the wheels and almost everything else looks better in the other car. The side windows too will keep out of this. So what we want to do is up here, I think we want to switch these two layers. So let's unclick so we just get this one. We'll put this one underneath, and then we're going to make a black mask on this layer here. So we'll click D to get our default colors to black and white, and then we'll Alt or Option click on our mask here to get a black mask. Now what we want to do is we want to get our brush tool. So we're going to hit B, that's the shortcut for the brush. We want to bring the flow down just a little bit. That way we can build as we go. And then we're going to make our brush a little bit bigger. So you can left and right bracket keys will make it bigger and smaller. And then with the layer selected, we're going to paint white where we want to get rid of this bottom layer and bring in that top layer. So we'll just paint right around here. And we can zoom in some. Same thing on our side window. So we're just going to brush over this. On the top, make our brush a little bit smaller to get back in here. And then we'll come down into here. We'll make our brush a little bit bigger, and then we're going to go back to black, and then we're going to feather this in just so it blends in. So then if we look at our before and after, so we'll make a merged copy of that, and then we look at the before and after. So this is what it looked like before. You can see all of these kind of distracting reflections in the side of the car. And now we have a nice clean side image, and we still have minimal reflections on top. So from there, what we'd want to do is just grab our crop tool. We'll crop in a little bit. And that's about it. So quick and easy video. I just wanted to show you the importance of a polarizer, specifically when you shoot in bright sunlight or you have distracting elements that can reflect in the paint. This is definitely a tool that you want to bring with you anytime you're shooting automobiles or really anything reflective. You can use it in architectural photography or even landscape photography as well. So hopefully this helps you. Hopefully this shows how you can merge those two together. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Until next time, take care.